Pag Deklarang Torista kay Cong Teves Sinimulan na ng DOJ. Pero bago ang lahat, kung hindi ka pa nakapag-subscribe sa channel na ito, please do subscribe at i-click ang notification button para updated ka sa mga bago naming videos. Sinimulan ng Department of Justice o DOJ ang proseso para sa rekomendasyon na may deklarang turista sa suspended Congressman Teves Jr. habang patuloy ang pananatili niya sa ibang bansa sa kabila ng panawagan ng harapin niya ang mga akusasyon laban sa kanya sa papatay kay Governor Roel Digamo at sa iba pang noong Marso 4. Sa anunsyo ni Justice Secretary Sus Crispin Rimula, nagkausap na sila ni Anti-Terrorism Council para sa rekomendasyon nito na may deklarang turista si Teves para ito ay may deport sa pinagtataguan niyang bansa para ito ay mapasuko. Maliban pa kay Teves, 3 individual pa ang gustong may deklarang turista ng DOJ, nakasama umano sa Teves Criminal Group. Kapag naideklarang turista na si Teves, posible ang kanyang deportasyon mula sa bansa na pinagtataguan nito. Kamakailan, inireklamo ni Teves ang tila persecution sa kanya sa pagpapalabas ng mga akusasyon kahit hindi pa siya nasasampahan ng kaso na may kaugnayan sa pagpaslang kay Digamo. Sinabi niya na tila may project ang gobyerno para may diin siya sa kaso. Maliban pa riyan, ayon kay Rimula, malapit na nila makasuhan ang kongresista. Dagdag pa ni Rimula, multiple murders, multiple frustrated murders at multiple attempted murders ang isasampa laban kay Teves. Narito sa isang video inilabas sa SMNI News patungkol sa umano'y issue.
That is his interpretation of everything. I will not criticize him for that, but that is his own personal belief. Too early for me to say that.
Sir, kamusta yung pagsilip natin sa mga bank
I have not, we will ask the anti-money laundering people to help us with that since there's a waiver already. So, hanapin natin. We will look at it. We'll examine it.
Sir, on BG Bantan, meron na ba siyang nasa susuko siya? Meron pa kayo balita?
Well, I asked my friend, one of my colleagues about it. Wala pa rin siyang follow-up. But we're giving him a few more days to show up if ever he wants to surrender. Because otherwise, we will be, we'll start clamping down. We'll start the effort to arrest him.
Do you know his whereabouts, sir?
We will find out.
Sir, ano na ang naging message ni Bantan nung tumawag niya sa police na?
He was asking about the cases to be filed against him. So I just gave them a rundown of at least 3 cases. But of course, I cannot guarantee that there will be no others if the facts would substantiate the filing of another criminal case. But as far as I know, there are 3 cases already that are up against him.
Sir, napag-usapan ba yung magiging detention facility niya? BJMP ba yan? Or sa...
Yes, we still willing to bring him to recommend his detention at the Camp Crame Custodial Center.
Yun ang best na nakikita niyo, sir?
Yes.
And the reason for that is...
Because he thinks that his life will be under threat if he goes to a BJMP or Bucor facility. So we will give him the what is needed for his safety. By the way, at least you're here already. This morning, the Anti-Terror Council met already. And I made a case already for the designation. We started the process of designating Congressman Teves as a terrorist, and a technical working group has been formed for this purpose to recommend the action of the Anti-Terror Council as to the designation of Teves. And with that, I just made a case out of it. I told them why, and I told them what provisions of law under Section 25 of the law in relation to the Section 4A of the law and other provisions of the Anti-Terror Act. It's part of the process of designation that is part of that is within the law that we did in the plenary session of the Anti-Terror Council, the 20th meeting of the Anti-Terror Council for this year, since the beginning, since the inception.
Ano pong inisyon na nasabi ng APC, sir? Upon yung subcommittee?
Well, there were some questions, but we were able to answer the questions, and we are prepared for legal challenges because there may be people who will want to legally challenge the use of the anti-terror law for this purpose. But there's a very simple, meron kasing napakasimpleng paliwanag dito. Governor Digamo is the highest locally elected official in the whole Negros Oriental. The highest. That's like the others would be, that's like the other governors in the different, in the 80 other provinces within the country. Highest elected local official. And for the person to be killed in his own home by a group of professional soldiers, and of course recorded for posterity by the CCTV system, it shows us how brazen the crime was. If a person with the rank of governor can get killed in his own home because of forces like this, then who will not be terrorized by such an action? I think it sends the message across. Napakaliwanag naman, no? Na kung kaya nilang patayin ang isang nakaupong gobernador sa loob ng kanyang tahanan mismo, ano pa kaya yung taong ordinaryo na natatakot sa ganitong mga pagkilos? Isang napakaliwanag na bagay yan. Teves, we call it the Teves Criminal Group or Teves Criminal Organization.
So, Congressman Teves and others.
And others, yes. That is still under study. That will be for the NBI to recommend. We will look at the recommendations as to that. But there are at least 4 people within the criminal organization that will be pointed out already as part of the terror organization.
So, Congressman and 3 others.
Maybe 3 others or maybe more. But there are 3. Certainly, there are 3 others. I cannot understand you with your mouth covered. Huh?
What's the participation of those 3?
Probably the casting director is part of it. The casting director, Marvin, is part of it. And others.
Pero sir, hindi pa po convicted si Cong Teves sa court, di ba?
The case against Congressman Teves for multiple murder, multiple frustrated murder, multiple attempted murder will be filed very soon.
Sir, ano mauna? Yung deklarasyon as terrorist sa Teves or yung mga
Cases muna. Cases muna. But of course, all of these things have to be done simultaneously. One does not stop the other from happening.
So hindi naman sir pa mas mauna yung designation niya?
Hindi. Mauuna yung cases. I'm certain of that.
Sir, pa-walk us through muna yung sa designation. Anong proseso yung pagdadaan? Recommendation from the DOJ, then saan po sasabihin?
Technical working group.
And then?
They will bring up the case to plenary again. When the next meeting, it will be part of the agenda, and then we will see if there will be people who will object, and then we will divide the house if there will be any objection.
So, pag walang objection, sir, that day din, pwede na i-declare.
It's possible. It's possible. There will be further requests for further study, but we'll see. I think that the case is very clear.
Mabilis lang pa rin.
We expect legal challenges, but that's part of it. It's a new law, but it's better that we are able to use the new law this way when we know that it really it hits the nail in the head.
Sir, as early as probably next week ba or next 2 weeks, mali-designate na siya?
It's just like that asking me when a warrant of arrest will come out. I cannot predict that, but the direction is towards designation.
process, sir, yung court muna mauna, hindi mauna.
I think the court cases are almost ready. Are almost ready.
Possession of firearms will it be separate from the murder cases?
Those are separate cases, but they will support the other cases that are even the other cases. The illegal possession of firearms and explosives, of course.
I understand different courts, sir. Yung murder is not court.
Yes.
Sir, ano magiging advantage kapag natag na siya ang terrorist? Like, kasi he's still not in the country. So, ano po yung magiging...
Ano yan? When it's tagged already, then there is already a possible prescription. But once a case is filed for terrorism, because we will also file a case for terrorism, simultaneous with the multiple murder cases, the duty of rendition comes in to the UN member states, because he will be enrolled in the UN list of terrorists that are United Nations list of terrorists. The duty of rendition is actually the duty to arrest a person who has been tagged a terrorist.
Mapakambonja man yan, sir? O mapasok?
Yes, no matter what country.
So, parang in short, sir,
That's one of them. Of course, the Anti-Money Laundering Council comes into play. They may freeze assets and freeze the ways and means by these assets, or the way these assets are moved or earned or kept.
Sir, ano may kasi kung ano where also Teves?
We can find out if it was very urgent, but we're not too hot on it yet. But we can find out if that's the only case.
sir, yan ang state witness natin. How many of the suspects will be state witnesses?
I cannot determine that. That will be for the panel of prosecutors to determine and apply for within the courts.
Pero sir, most likely pa rin naman nasa NBI custody.
Yes, so there will be some of those witnesses, but there will be other witnesses.
Majority po of those in custody will be witnesses.
I think so. Whether hostile or cooperative, they will be witnesses.
Wait naman, sir, they will be responding first.
Yes. They have to be discharged if there will be state witnesses. Okay?
Sir, sorry, question like outside of that. This is a oil spill, sir. Si Yusek Vasquez mentioned a ballpark figure sa IOBC, $280 to $4 million. So this kind of one, is this large enough already for the DOJ? And would this also, is it big enough to cover the recovery of the affected?
Actually, we're not looking at the amount right now. We're looking at the effort that has to be made for the recovery. We have to look at the Verde Island Passage. We have to look at the sensitive areas that were affected by the oil spill. We have to look at Pola and the other towns, the Nauhan, and the other towns that were affected by the oil spill. We have to look at Antique and Palawan, even the other portions of the country that have been affected. And no amount can ever compensate for the trouble we're going through. Remember that this is causing us a lot of trouble as a country. And as we said, we are willing to file a case for the issuance of a writ of kalikasan against people who will not cooperate with us, and against people who will not, or people who really violated the law in this regard. So we are ready with that. And as I said, more than 20 oil spills have gone through our country in the recent history. But this will be the first time that cases will come out against those responsible for the oil spill.
Sir, ako po, about the SIM Registration Act lang po, no? Ngayon na na-extend na yung registration, just wanted to ask about the role of the DOJ in the implementation of it in the future. Kayo po ba yung isa sa magiging lead implement?
It's very important that the SIM Registration Act is operable already, because please remember that there are so many scams using cell phones, kidnapping, extortion, activities of terrorist organizations, that are passing through prepaid anonymous cards. And this deter kidnapping for ransom. This will help us in the investigation of crimes later on. That's why it's very important that we succeed in this SIM Registration Act. And as I said yesterday, we are aiming at 70% compliance, which is the universal standard already for any SIM registration done in any country.
So most likely, sir, with how much it will help you in your investigation, the DOJ will be one of the leading agencies.
Yes, we are very, very. Actually, this SIM Registration Act is something that the DOJ has always wanted to have ever since, and it is really a welcome development legally for our country because it will help us navigate dangerous waters, so to speak, because of the use of communication as a tool for crimes, for criminal activity.
Tomorrow may gising sa mga ito, sir.
Yes, we will be meeting them tomorrow afternoon. We will get an update from the CIDG, but we will also try to look at other avenues by which we can work further into the knowledge that we have. It's something that we just should not forget at all. And it's something that we're doing because the 34 people who are missing have families who are looking for them up to now. And even if the people stop looking for them, the law should never forget about people who are missing up to now or who may have disappeared under mysterious circumstances as a victim of criminal activity.
Is it in your office, sir, or sa contact?
Dito lang, we'll do it here.
Sir, will it be afternoon, sir?
Afternoon, yes.
Around 1 p.m.?
3 o'clock.
In the morning, do you have schedule tomorrow?
Morning, I will not be here in the morning. I will be here at around 11 already.
Open sa media, sir. Open sa media, sir.
We will open part of it to the media. Ano yan eh, alam nyo, it's something that has to happen until we are able to find a solution. We cannot give up on people. That's the essence of public service. We cannot give up on people.
Anong masasabi nyo tungkol dito? Mag-comment lamang po sa ibaba at kung hindi ka pa nakapag-subscribe sa channel na ito, please do subscribe M&M Balitang Bayan at maraming salamat sa walang sawa niyong pagsuporta.